The biggest motivation probably the fear of losing. Obviously, I just love to win. I love to get my hand raised at the end of the fight, and obviously there are some dark days in training where you don't feel like getting up in the morning, going for a run, or you don't feel like sparring, and it's a brutal sport, you know, and it is tough. But for me, I love what I do, and just the success that I've had and the success that I could continue to have, you know, that pushes me and drives me forward.
So I met Lewis when he was about a year into his amateur career, so he's about 14. We was at the gym called Centurions, which was a garrison. I'm ex-army, so I went along, started helping out, so I ended up being there for about 6 years. So I was just training and training. I could see he was special, and he just needed more attention than some of the other boxers. So then we started working on the pads, meeting up, doing extra sessions, and then it just kind of clicked.
Last January, I fractured my back in 3 places, down a lower back. Quite a long recovery process. Took me about 12 months to fully recover, well maybe about 9 months to fully recover, 12 months to have my first competitive fight back. So it was a long process, a long journey back, loads of rehabilitation and loads of sort of self-development, finding myself as a person, both mentally and physically. But coming back from that injury, I feel a lot better. I feel like more of an athlete and more of a well-rounded person in general.
It was kind of strange, really, because he phoned me up and said, "Oh, I wanted to do the pads tonight." He had the news that he was going to be going to GB and he's doing this and doing that, and unfortunately I was working, so he went on the pads with somebody different, and I don't know if he overshot or something, but then with the running, it just impacted. So it was quite a big shock, because Lewis was thinking, "Oh, am I going to be injured? What happens if I do this?" It's quite kind of a big psychological test. So to be honest, without sounding silly, it's the best thing that happened.
So I had my first fight for GB, first fight back in 12 months, and I got the win. It was live on TV. It's quite a lot of exposure for myself. Felt the pressure a little bit, but we got in there and we got the job done, and come out victorious, you know. And the year ended a pretty bad year with injury on a high with a victory, you know. So it was a good way to finish the year and propel me forward to 2019.
Them know when I'm on this thing. Fuck up the show, fight on this thing. Good to go, fight on this thing. I'm like, no, yeah, on this thing. Enter the G, that's the strongest thing. I hear enough man talking, but none of them can't love this thing.
I've just come back from a training camp out in Belarus. 8-9 day training camp, tough, really tough. Had loads of good international sparring, and that's getting us ready for our first tournament of the year out in Hungary. Bocskai tournament out in Debrecen in Hungary. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's all go at the moment, you know. I'm training hard and just fully focusing on the boxing, and yeah, just seeing where it takes me.
Like the barber's chair, lined up and I got a chunk in there. Lined up, you can see man there.